comrades, it's Premier River, and I am back again, and as always, hovering over the beautiful city of Neuve Revergrad, with its fine dirt patches of planning. One day we'll actually build these things. Who knows when? If our steel bills ever get done, I guess that'll be a wonderful step forward for us. And we are making some progress. Not much. It's taken quite a while to get these couple little roads done, to get the schools in here, but that's okay. We're not in a huge hurry for that. I just reassigned a couple more rail projects, but if you look, we're getting this rail almost completed, and I'll have to make sure I get back over here before too long, because it shouldn't take this guy very long to get this one little stretch done, so hopefully I'll remember to come back in a few seconds if I don't distract myself too greatly. In any event, I did get a couple of comments. It's been a while since I actually recorded, a few days, not a while. But one of the comments, when you have to kind of stand in the right place, but here we're going to name this the Bridge of the January Revolution. Now, I'm not sure I guess it would be nice if you could have longer city names, but then again, I can understand why they would limit it. But there you go, the Bridge of the January Revolution. Right, so I think I may just call it Revolution Bridge, just for short. So there we go. It's the finest bridge I've ever seen. Well, it's going to be a little tough. I would imagine that barges would hit this thing all the time. I think we sort of needed a suspension bridge at some point. Maybe they'll add that to the game. But there we go. We got our road being built over to here, and again, just taking quite a while, especially because we don't have this fired up yet, but we probably really could. The only thing they're still doing here is the cement, which is, definitely one of the lower priority things. I don't want to mess them up too much, but really most all of our rails are kind of done here. We need to get into this, and this isn't all electrified right near where these bridges are going to cross here. So we need to get down here and design that sometime. But I have a list of a bunch of little things that I want to get done. So, just going down them. Let's respond to some comments. One of the questions asked by Mike, I think it was, is are we going to have enough corn for this? And my answer in the comments was, well, probably not. But in thinking about it more, we're not going to have enough corn from here, which is where we're getting it. But this is all part of the idea of having this separate, quote, supply loop, is that and it's really more like the corn supply loop, though there will be some other trains on it. When we get this going, we're going to have another one here. Now, I would assume a lot of that's going to be eaten up, literally, by our livestock. However, we also have this, and we are getting really close. Once these two roads get done, that one's done. Yeah, these two roads. We should be able to attach little dirt roads and get this farm going. Now, once we do that, yes, we are going to have enough corn coming over to here, because we're really not using the alcohol. And to be honest, I would rather throttle the alcohol production so that we definitely have enough corn for the chemicals. And then if we need to add more corn just because we want to grow and expand, I would then probably plan on a few farms over here, right? Because they don't need people. We can put them in there. I don't think they care about pollution at all, but we'll put probably one big farm here, and that'll help supplement how much these guys are getting. And if that's not enough, we can, I don't know. I don't know. We could look for some other place to put a farm, but I think enough is enough at some point. It's not like we need to, like I said, the big thing though to say is that we will throttle the alcohol and use this corn and make sure it has some kind of a priority towards that. Same thing with the clothing, right? Like the alcohol will suffer in this to get clothing and fabric, and then like alcohol will be the last thing. So that way we'll also be good because we'll use up all our corn. That's probably another decent idea. Not that you really need to, but rather than letting the farms get all backed up. Look, there goes a steel train. Which, I just wanted to point something else out. When it comes to here, I noticed we don't have any steel over here. So this is sort of the last stop for two different trains. So I'm hoping we get some. And if we do get some here, it's going to be a sign that we're kind of caught up with the steel production. So all of the trains were actually out when I went around checking, so it's just kind of a good sign in its own right. So we'll see. So hopefully we'll have enough steel, which kind of leads me to another comment. And you're absolutely right. I thought I had switched this one over. Oops, that's a road vehicle. Let's click on the building. Prefer university education. And I thought I had, I did change it from only university education to prefer. But let's see what happens. Now that I think we have enough steel, let's just do basic or higher and see if that gets a few more people buying cars over here. Now that might get some blue cars into the works. That certainly can't hurt us with getting people down here. One other thing I wanted to point out in episode, if you're interested in looking at this, I'm going to do my best at the pronunciation. Vergy King made a video, and he actually has like people walking to bus stops, which is kind of interesting if you guys wanted to check it out. So in other words, you could put a bus stop here and they would walk to this bus stop. Well, here's a bus stop. You could have this bus stop here and then have another bus stop like within walking distance of that one, and they'll spend an hour waiting here, and then they'll go to this next bus stop. Maybe you say you put it here, and then if you had another bus stop, they could even walk to that. Now, I imagine their travel time still keeps adding up, so there's a limit to how far you could do that, but it theoretically could be possible for you to get them to say, walk over to here maybe, which is really kind of pretty cool. Well, at least, I'll look into it more if it ever comes up that would make sense. Now, I'm not sure if it makes more sense than just doing a bus, right? But, it's certainly good to know the game mechanics. You never know when you might not want to have a bus, and you might want to sort of force them to walk a little further. So it's not something I ever really considered. Usually when I put in bus stops or whatever, I do it further along, but apparently you can encourage them to keep walking from bus stop to bus stop. And again, I don't know how well it works, but it does seem to work in his video. So kind of cool. So thank you, VG King. Sorry, I'm probably getting that wrong compared to the way you say it, but in any event. Also got a comment about Farminski. We have an advocate for the town of Farminski. There's certain people who advocate for things in life and try to promote them. Nino does not want us to get rid of Farminski. Every time the subject comes up, he is just a proponent of not knocking the beautiful city of Farminski down. So we're going to see. I was looking a little bit before I started recording just to see if it makes sense to try to get, he's suggesting that we could take these people and commute them over to here, which is certainly possible. The only thing is they have to cross quite a distance. And I was just sort of looking, it might not, especially if we move this road just slightly, it certainly would be possible to get a train. I wouldn't want to try to do it with buses, I don't think. That would be, I just don't think it'd be very efficient, but we could probably get a train in. One of the only problems is we'd have a pretty big hill here, but we could probably even bridge over some of this stuff. Get a train stop here. The other thing, we could go around here, but this train stop would be, kind of far. I would certainly rather get it maybe here. I think they could almost reach most of the places if we had a train stop down here. Now, we could come through here. The only thing we have is the firehouse, and that certainly could be moved closer to the pollution. I don't think that would affect them in that way. We also have our power coming up through here. Again, nothing that couldn't be moved. So yeah, now the problem with that is just getting around to here through all of this, right? If we tried to put a train stop in, I guess we could maybe do it here and just go. See what I mean? We start running into a lot of stuff. Again, not saying it's impossible, just things would have to be moved and rearranged, but I'm half tempted to see how many people does these only need 50 people. So the only other thing to say about that is, This guy might be a little bit too much in the pollution. Yeah, not really. I mean, he's on the borderlands of it. But I know we could probably get another house in over this way here, right? And if we can get another couple houses, say 3, that should be enough people to do. Well, no, it really shouldn't be. So we might, yeah, we definitely. I don't think we're going to get enough people in here because it's not just 50; it's 150, and then 150 times 5 is 75. 750, I mean. So, yeah, I don't know if we're going to get 750 more people in this area. And then the other thing I'm curious about is when we do fire these up, does the pollution grow further this way? I think this will be a good experiment. Like, I would think that this one is causing the pollution that's getting to right here. I don't know if you guys can see all this. I'll come in a little bit closer. See what I mean? Like it's getting to that one house and the hospital, but it's the next one over is like the light green, and then like this road is in the green. So I'm kind of curious to see if firing up these 5 has an effect over here. In other words, is it like a cloud that expands and contracts depending on how much you're running? Or is there a limit to each one of these, I would think. Like, in other words, if this one's running all the time and at pretty close to full steam, which it's not, would this expand further? So, but then the other thing is if this is not running at full steam all the time, I would assume that cloud would get bigger. And if that happens, it really makes Chemsol unlivable. And we do have room to expand Farminsky over here. I mean, we could put a university here, and where Chemsol, in some ways, is the worst town. I mean, it's, just sort of a bit too small for all these chemical factories. It's too close to the pollution as a general statement, even though it's not in the cloud right now. So we'll think about that. So thank you, Nino, for advocating for Farminsky. So anyway, another thing I want to do is probably the first real thing is get rid of this traffic jam. Yeah, this is getting annoying, which is another reason to stay down here for a minute. These guys are almost done. Let me put the chain signal back here. All right, good. So what I wanted to do, once that guy gets through there, right? No. Yeah, now let's, oh, there he goes, yeah. Now he'll go in there. What's the next? Another gravel train. Stopping our steel train. Yeah, so you know what I want to do? Since that's another gravel train, I want to put this signal back in. No, you know what? We're going to have the same problem again. Yep, and we just seem to be in this cycle. Let's see if we can't get that guy past there. Probably not. They'll run into each other. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, they made it past. Now, is he going to run into this one, though, right? Yeah. All right, so let's put this chain signal back in. And we'll get rid of this one. See, and then yeah, you need to flip back around. But then here's the problem. This guy's going to keep coming out and coming out, coming out, coming out. So it's just really worth canceling him until these guys get in and out of there. All right, now why are you red? Oh. Okay. That was real bad. All right, let's send this guy, since he's right here. Yeah, you need to just go to your next stop and flip around. And see, we can't let this guy in, but what we can do is let this guy go. Yeah, good job. So this guy doesn't have an assignment, so I couldn't just get him to disappear. Now this guy's out of there, means this guy can get out of there. This guy will wait for it. But that's also a pretty good sign because, yep, look, he's all done. He's all done this bridge. So the last little thing we have to do is come up here and electrify this. And is this electrified? No. So we'll electrify that. Right. Yeah, and the other guy needs to finish building his bridge. There. Now once this guy gets out, we can assign these two. Right? Yeah. Nobody else coming in? No. Okay. Now the problem is this guy will take like 10 seconds to finish that once he gets out there. And then this guy is still working on that one. Good. So good. So they should be coming out and this guy won't interfere with them any longer. But what I wanted to do was finish this to some degree because we're getting close. Not finish, but I think we could start designing a bridge to go over here. Unfortunately, I think we're going to obsolete this fine bridge that we have, but for the moment we'll leave it there. But in order to do that, let's come over to dirt roads, and I want to just take the dirt road, probably give them a little short. The lag is a real thing. And then we'll just cut right across here. Let's go past all of this mess. All right, can we do a little turn? Too steep. There you go. All right, so now if we delete this, we should be okay as far as getting a bridge in. But at the same time, do I really want to do this until we're ready to get these trains back going this way? Because see, the nice thing about what we did is I can come back in and delete all of this now that the trains are built. We didn't interfere. It's kind of expensive in a lot of ways just for a bypass, but at the same time, and we still have a while to go before these bridges are done. So yeah, the question is, do I really want to try to... No, you know what? I think I want to be able to just do the whole area. So putting in that bypass wasn't bad, but with the fiddliness of getting underneath of bridges and all, like I just want to make sure that it really will work before I start deleting this road. But at least we have the bypass in, so we know what the next plan is. You know, expect this at some point in the near future that we'll connect this up. The good news is even in the meantime, if these guys get done, at the very least, I can get them over here building on this stuff, right? They can get a fair amount of that done. Yeah, see, this guy's already done this job. And is he going to cause a problem? No, let's... Oops, where is it? Let's come over to here, and you can do that. And the other thing... Well, I guess I don't really care if trains cut across on that track, do I? No. No, it's because they can't go on the other one. Sometimes I care because they get in there and they start messing up trains going back and forth, but we're really kind of done, so I don't... Well, no, the train can't go anyway because this is one way in, so... Yeah, they wouldn't be coming up to go the opposite way, so we're fine. I just didn't want to cause a lot of problems. So good. So... Let's see, can we get the farm going over here? Not quite. Well, yeah, I guess, but you know what? We can get it going. They'll finish these roads when they finish these roads. So let's... We got our little dirt road thing open anyway. So we'll get these all attached. Oops, come on. What happened there? Oh, there it is. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's... Thank you, game safe. Yeah, this one can go here. Right, there's the... Can I do... Good, that didn't mess him up, because he's out there rollering. So he should be done in a minute anyway, so I don't want to attach that one. Yeah, that one's already attached, and then we just need to wait for this to get done. So yeah, most of the fields would be ready anyway, so let's see. This one, This one, there's 4. We'll do a final count. 5. This is a little field, which is fine. Or medium field. So there's 2 medium fields. I didn't attach this one. This is... Oh, no, it is attached. Oh, no, this one. Oh, I just messed it up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, he's still going on something. What's he doing? Or what are they doing? New farm. Oh, it was that other one. Yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, we just delayed things a little bit by doing that. And you know what? Now that we might as well just get this done. No, you won't. Don't tell me you won't attach. No, you really won't attach, will you? All right. You know what I'm going to do? We're just going to do a little dirt road. Yeah. And then we're... Right, that doesn't need to all be paved. Good. So it's not attached yet because of this, but that's okay. Let's go back to this, even though that's a grain silo. There it is. Yeah, that one's already done. That was the last one. This one's now done. That one's not attached yet, but this one can be. These are all done. And that one's done. So we still need to come in and get these other ones, but that's okay. We can get this guy going. So yeah, I think that we're just going to go with our standard setup, which is 3, 4, 5, which means we get the fastest ones, which there are no tractors in the American thing. So we want to get sowing. We'll get the fastest tractor, whatever it is. 1, 2, 3. And then covered hauls. We'll get the KMZ 5410, of course, and we'll get 4 of those. And then harvesting, the Americans have the best harvester. So we are going to get, the Matador Dom 85, or CL Dom 85, sorry. Matador's the other one. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would get the Matador versus this one, when this one's like 3 faster and everything else is identical. Weird. All right, well, there we go. So we have another farm producing stuff, and we shouldn't have to do anything, really shouldn't have to do anything more than that at this point, because, I mean, until we figure out we need another corn train, because we're not keeping up. But at this point, we're keeping up, quite well. And we'll see if 1 train's enough. There we go. All right, now I want to head all the way back over to Rivergrad. What was it we were going to do over here? There was something I had to do over here. Oh, this is all done. I think we may be... Yeah, well... Yeah, these guys are working on that road. The only other thing I think I'd like to do is get this little section of track electrified, but then we should be pretty much ready. Yeah, what is going on here? Did you guys jam yourselves up? No. Is there a reason we're not doing that last little bit? I thought I had assigned this. Did I miss it or? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get that little bit worked on, but why don't we design this? I don't know if that was what I was going to do next. Let me go down my little list. So we got the farm going at Old Rivergrad. We should have enough corn. If nothing else, we'll cut the alcohol off. Bypass road to Moose Junction. Good, we did that. Or Moose Gal Junction. I want to put some, I got everything else done. So let's jump into this in a second. I need to pause the video and just take a little bit of a break, and then I will be right back, and we will start getting this attached up somehow and think about this area a little bit more. We're getting our bridge built over here, and I just want to get this attached so that we can do the last little bit of rail work, and then we can get this fired up. Even though I don't know that that's 100% necessary to do it in that order. Do we have a truck that comes here? No, we need to get some fuel into there, don't we? All right, well, we'll see. We'll have our fuel distribution going pretty shortly here too. All right, so let me pause the video for a minute, and I will be right back. Sorry about this. I am back and ready for action. So here we go. All right, so thinking about this intersection, we have these, oh, there it is, these two bridges. Now, I don't know if, again, these were just, we could move them. What I'm thinking of is, yeah, we almost definitely might want to move them. But I want to come in here. Let's just take, I don't want to make this an overly elaborate intersection, but we need to make it so that they can get every which direction. So that means just double tracks everywhere. So let's see, can we get this guy? Yeah, see, it's going to be kind of tough, especially because I can't see. Let's do this a little bit different. Yeah, let's go this way. So I don't think, well, maybe we could. I'm going to delete this section of track, unfortunately. You know what, let's pause time too, because we got guys out there working, and Lord knows what negative things are going to happen. So let's see, can I get this guy? We got to get right where this dirt spot is. Can I get this guy to turn? No. But I think what we need to do is let's delete these two, and we'll get, yeah, see, that's going to do that. But let's go to like here. Underwater, yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, see, it's a little bit too close, I think, to the water to really make that turn. So and that's sort of why I kind of knew this was going to be a problem. So we're going to try to get through like right here. Yeah, like that one, you know, we could probably just run these. Let's make sure we can get 2 tracks through. Nope. Let's move this one. Yeah, that's pretty close. No, why can't you? Okay, a little bit more angle this way. I really wish we could see these things better, but all right. No. All right, let's turn it so we know. Yeah, a little more again. I don't think I actually moved it. Yeah, let's come up to like here. No. No, really? Really looks like you should fit through that. Well, we'll keep at it. There we go. Yeah, I don't like the angle that that's at, but it's just sort of a bit of a placeholder at this point. Yeah, so let's, yeah, where does this end? So it ends like right here. So we can delete like 2. Let's try 3. Right, and then the bridge could come off of there. And then we'll go this way. I guess it doesn't matter too much. And then let's delete this bit. And then right, I think that makes some sense. And then we'll have to take, yeah, where does this one end? Let's come over here. Yeah, like right there. So we can delete like all of that. So it's a little bit weird going through there, but yeah, let's get rid of, let's turn that red. Let's get rid of this. Can we, you know, it's not pretty, but now the next question is we need to get, well, let's build these bridges, see if this is, yeah, let's zoom out to where I can kind of make them straight with the other. Angle is too sharp. Okay, can we do this one now? All right, I could live with that. Now the problem is here, we don't have much. Yeah, we really don't have enough extra. I'm thinking this is going to be a sharper angle. And so after all of that, like there's no way we're going to be able to connect this one up. And I'd really like to also be able to have a signal. You know, can't bridge pillars. What? Oh, sorry. Well, let's just see. Can we... So, see, what I'm trying to do, and let's just double check, is leave enough room. Yeah. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, we can get... I wanted to make sure we could get a signal in there. And then can we... If we can get over to this other track, I could live with it. Other than, let's take another look. We might... Yeah, I might consider coming through this other one. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Yeah, let's go. And I really wish we could see. Yeah, let's see. Can we get 2 in there? Yes. How's that look? Yeah, pretty good. Good enough. So let's delete a lot of this. And then take that to there for the moment. And then this looks like that, and then this will get deleted back a bunch. Let's draw these a little bit longer, and let's not put in that kind of rail, and we'll keep this going over this way. Right. And let's delete a bunch of that. And this is kind of a mess. I want to not make it look too bad. I don't also want to... Yeah, you know what? We're going to delete, of course, this bit. And I think we can come... Yeah, I think it looks a little awkward right there, but not really. Or at least it wasn't what I was expecting. Good. Well, that certainly took up more of my things, but it, you know, we could get in and out every which way. It'll be a bit of a goofy intersection. Now, the only other thing to consider is because it's such a long intersection, do we want to go for the gusto in making sure that a train can get in here? I'll show you what I mean in a second. Well, so in other words, like if we put a signal here and a signal here, fit a train that could wait underneath of this, and then we could treat this like two separate intersections. And that would involve can we do? Well, that would be nice. So the point here being that we could put, we'll just do regular signals for now, though it might cause us problems. We could put, signals, well, and even here maybe. Yeah, that might be a little bit short right there, but we don't have the longest trains in the world either. Right, does that make sense? So that this would all be one block here, but then we could possibly get trains into here so that it speeds it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that's, it's if it didn't have to dodge between those pillars, it might actually look half decent, sort of. And then when we get out to this side, oh, I don't want to place a semaphore anyway. So we have the bridge right here. Yeah, I think I would, let's go to the roads. We'll get rid of that and some of this. And let's do 1, 2, 3. Well, that looks kind of perfect. Yeah. Oh, I moved it right after I said yep. Good. That is attached. So then the only other thing is this kind of straight looking. Yeah. We can get rid of this. Oops, we're on railways. Yeah, we'll go back to where that little turn is. And we need to do. That's fine with me. There we go. So that'd be quite a land bridge, but that's okay. It'll be nice. It'll keep them from crossing. And then what I think I'd like to do, because we're going to be so far away from things, and we're going to want to build a fair amount of track in here, I would like to set up. Yeah, we got our road coming in here, and it doesn't really matter exactly if we put a town here. And I don't know where we'll get people from. That's going to be another issue. So we'll definitely have to talk about the town. And then we may have the possibility, I guess, of more tracks coming this way, or not more roads, but more tracks. So we want to be right on here. We could also maybe come around this way with more tracks. Well, that bridge is getting awful close. So let's go up the hill a little bit more. Let me turn on my wireframe. That's all pretty flat. I didn't want to get into a real steep area. Yeah, do we do a train depot over here? Maybe. What's more worried about? That's right, construction. Yeah, I think actually I'll do it like this way. Yeah, so the town will likely be over here somewhere, and if we put it here, that should give us plenty of... Oh, look, we can actually level here. That's a miracle. Right, and then we will do simply a, let's go back to, train, truck aggregate. Can't do truck aggregate unloading? No, okay. Well, let's, all right, so we could do a truck unloading here. That way we can, getting enough gravel driven all the way up to here is going to be, a bit of a challenge. And I guess we probably should have just gone over to here and get this guy hooked up. And then I want a road cargo station. And yeah, that can definitely be asphalt roaded. All right, and then probably bring, yeah, we should talk about the, oops, that's not at all what I wanted to do. The lag caught me. Yeah, let me, so now I'm wondering about like a road just cutting across here, but of course that's going to get into these tracks. Right, and these tracks are going to be like regular supply. So like, in other words, they're going to be regular tracks for like supply of things, which, yeah, I don't know. Are we close enough to supply this town from over there? I don't know. But we're planning on railroad tracks over here, so we might end up putting another supply depot. Let's see how it goes. We'll see if it's that painful. But in any event, we're going to be building a bunch of tracks over here, so we need to get this guy hooked up to them. Can I come across here and then, there you go. Yeah, can I just do that? Yeah. Right, so if nothing else, as we get more tracks and whatnot here, we can do, yeah, let's get enough to do some signaling. And do we want to crisscross? Not this second. Just wondering, because if I leave more space, and this in particular, I'm going to delete some more of this back. This is really why I want this over here. This is our coal loop. Why are you being such a nudge? Let's try to attach it up this way. Okay. All right, it's going to have to be good enough. All right, so the real reason for this is because I need to be able to build this, and I really don't want, like, I want to be able to build this from the back end in so that we're minimizing our impact on all the other trains. So once we build this in, that'll get us our coal loop over to here, and then we could talk about, eventually I'd probably, we'd probably want to come off of here straight. And then we would talk about how we could get this guy building. Can we loop around in here? I think maybe we can. Not quite. Really that close? Yeah, let's see. Can we get this guy? Crossing not allowed. Yeah, we'd have to come off of like here, and I have a feeling that's all right. We could get rid of this one. Because there's not going to be a crossing. And then the only other, yeah, well, let's just keep going and we'll see if, come on. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a signal here. Nope, that's not a signal. Yeah, get rid of these. Ooh, don't get rid of that. Yeah, and then we're going to see. I think we're going to make this. Nope, right there. Yeah, he'll get past that road. Perfect. And I know that's a lot of... It's a lot of building for just being able to come back in and build this stretch, but I feel better. I feel better for it. And then the next thing, so we're going to have probably a pretty massive intersection up this way. So in other words, this is where we would have cement and prefabs, which both need concrete, or I mean coal. So we would have one of these lines where the coal loop, which is, you know, this one, could come in here and supply coal to the town. And then the other one, yeah, this is all sort of temporary. Well, I think it's temporary. Yeah, it's pretty much temporary for construction. And then this one could come this way. Right? And we're going to make this like a massive intersection just so we can... Now, there's going to be a limit to how much we can do here, but... And we may end up redoing this, but I at least want to show you guys the idea. So we're going to come from like here. Let's do the other one first. All right, and then that'll be a... Oh, what happened there? Ah, wrong tool. That's all right. It worked out. Let's get rid of a little more of that. Yeah, and let's get rid of more of this. Let's see, can we just parallel that other one? Yes. Good. So now coal trains would be able to come into here either which way. So if we're getting coal, and they can come back down into here, and like in other words, if you have a coal train coming because it has excess from the steel mill, it can come around here, head down the river, kind of hugging the bank for the most part. We'll probably want to get a road paralleling it just because, hey, why not? Probably have to build a construction area to do some of that leveling, and then it would get us over into here, right? Does that make sense? I'm not sure if this is exactly what we'll do, so let's shorten it up a bit so as not to lead us on in the future. But then we do have our road, so yeah, we might want to take... Yeah, what are we doing here with roads? Yeah, this is... Yeah, that's a bridge. So yeah, let's just, for... You know, we could have a road that ends up going this way, and then we could talk about another construction office there. And while we can level here, I guess we can probably level from this guy. So I bet you he's probably... Yeah, you need a free bulldozer. Yeah, we can't. It's not giving me the sign for some reason, but, you know, yeah. So we're definitely going to need another thing. Now, this guy, I don't think we really need to go much in the way of bridges or anything here, just because it's only the construction guy. And, yeah, this should probably get connected. Well, let's see, because... Let's see how we end up doing the town. But what I'm thinking of is we should probably do a bit of a construction area here, at least a construction office and a gas station. Maybe we just have it. Really? Let me in there, please. All right. And then, yeah, why did I build that? I don't know. Well, and then here's another question. Why do it this way? Let's go back over to roads. And I think, yeah, let's get rid of some of that extra project. All right, like I think we'd be better off. You won't. Oh, we're still paused. We don't really need to be paused. There we go. I was wondering why it wouldn't flatten that at least a little bit. Oh, because we're interfering with another. There we go. All right, yeah, why not bring them in here? And then the last thing, oops. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Yeah. We'll keep it long, so if there is a little bit of a traffic delay. There we go. So we'll have supplies that can come in here. Let's make sure that connects. Yes, it does. We can have gravel that comes in here. In general, we'll have the rail construction office. This is a regular construction office. And yeah, we can't get a road cargo station, so does this guy have the possibility of connecting? Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of this little bit of road for a second, and then let's see, can we do regular old leveling? Yeah, that'll work for me. What I'm thinking of is, why don't we put a little storage yard here, because that'll greatly increase our abilities to keep trucks running. The problem with just going into one of those is that it, by those I mean like here, is that the trucks are just constantly, yeah, the problem is, yeah, let's just, the trucks sit there and then they drive all the way back, and by that time you run out of stuff. And let's see, I think I'm going a little further with this. Yeah, I guess the thing to do would really be to put it over here, wouldn't it? Let's do a little more leveling if we can. And then the construction office can share this. Right, so if we had, not a road cargo station. Yeah, let's build a medium one. No, we want to do it this way, I think. Yeah, let's make sure we can get around here. All right, I wouldn't worry about doing it with rail. So would that make more sense to connect this with rail? I guess we always could. I don't think it matters as I place it here. Unless we're, yeah, I don't know, would we be better off? I mean, we'd have to go like all the way up here. Nah, I think we'll do it this way. Keep it kind of close to this one. Let's connect this up. And then what I'm thinking of is, even if we did do it by rail, which would be interesting. I don't think we haven't done that, have we? Yeah, let's go straight across here. let's bring this guy, because this would be the supply loop, not the coal loop. And so this guy would then come here. Yeah, I'd want to try to maximize our... Yeah, you know what, in that light, let me... Come on, turn red. I want to delete this again. I think what I want to do is at least make sure we can stage a train in here. Yeah, let's... Right, by giving it that little bit of extra. No, I missed because of the glag. Right, and then what I could do is we'll do like this. Right, and then the other thing, remember, if you don't get rid of these construction things, they're sort of hard to get rid of later. Right, so we could have at least construction supplies, like maybe not even all of them, but the things we need the most of, like steel, coming in that way. And then, yeah, I don't think I want to do, we'll just drive gravel from over here. Maybe that's even a reason to build the quarry. It's because building the gravel, unloading. And the thing with this one is we could share this. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have that many trains. Can we... Let's see, can I get away with... Well, not that. Can I get away with this? Yeah, I did that a little wrong. Yeah, I can get away with that. Now the only other thing is, since our construction crew's right over here, do we build... something like that, so that these construction guys can get over to here pretty quickly, get in here if they need steel or other things. We can spin a train by here and drop stuff off. We can... As far as building all of these tracks goes, we can come out here, build this track, so they'll be able to build this whole track coming this way. And then once this little stretch gets built, then we could bring another connection over this way if we want. But in the meantime, they can either come down here, build across the bridge, or they can come up this way and build into here, which is otherwise be a little bit difficult. At some point, we might even get them another loop around here to be able to build this one. Yeah, I like this. This was not exactly what I intended to get into so much, but since we wanted to get, you know, this is how A to B to C to D, and next thing you know, you're building something you didn't intend. So the good news is, let's do this before we end the episode. We'll get this started. Let's commit to things and such. There's roads and conveyors, or the factory connections, and this and this. Good. So now what we can do, we got plenty of signaling here, I think, so we can... Well, this guy's working on that track, and I guess he can go on the other track, right? So he's working on the, well, as we're looking at the left-hand track, he can come up to this one, start working on that one. They shouldn't conflict. And then this guy, the greatest rail construction crew ever, can come over to here. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I really didn't actually mean to leave that paused. And I know I said something and then I didn't do anything. But these guys can start working on that. And let's get rid of our wireframe, step back and take a look and call it an episode. But there we go. We've got a whole plunge over into here. And I think, having plunged in over there, how are we doing here? Oh yeah, we're out here getting the asphalt. So once this road gets done, we could do another little test you know, to see how far, you know, see we can level this far. So we push another construction office, you know, a little bit further, and then we could start talking about Bricksville. But part of doing Bricksville is getting this railroad bridge, and then once we do that, we might as well have done all this stuff, and then still have plenty of room for a town, small town, to do prefabs and cement. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I think that's you know, a decent little plan, and you know, we're making progress. How are we doing here? Did we get these roads done? Yes, we did. Okay, before we leave, so we don't forget. Yeah, definitely you. You need to do this and this. And then that's, I believe, and I'm always, well, the engineers of my darn town are always a bit, you know, I don't know what to say about them. They forget things all the time. But I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, did we get this one done? No, you've got a red signal. Why do you have a red signal? Because this guy's all the way over there. Or you, no, you're feeding back on yourself. Yep, see, he's feeding back on himself because of this connection back here. Let's go ahead and give him another signal. See that? He was feeding back on himself. But the good news is he'll be done this in 10 seconds, and then I'll be able to, well, I'll probably get this one done next. Just to keep the ball rolling, get sections done at a time. Yep, see, there you go. So now the only problem, well, as long as they both didn't get done, yeah, no, we're good. If they both get done a thing, sometimes they can jam themselves up. But let's come over to here and assign that one. Nice. And how is this? Yeah, this is coming right along. So we'll have a university here. Just a matter of getting. Well, this whole track's going to need to be electrified, and then we have to seriously consider how we're going to build these bridges, which I think is just going to end up being a big loop here, right? Where they're just going to be able to come in here, turn around, and go into there, and just get that built. Good. So good. I'm happy. I am happy. We've made some progress. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.